I think we all have a point where our head fills up and stress can take hold, and as I just said, I don't cope with stress very well. Hello and welcome back to my office. How are we all doing? I thought I would try and vlog something today. A bit of a kind of update video, what's going on. It's now Tuesday. I didn't do a picking orders video yesterday. Firstly, and primarily because there wasn't a great deal going out of note. Our sales last week were pretty shocking, to be perfectly honest. Mostly because I've been focused on other stuff, haven't been listing. I think sales are down generally on eBay anyway, but yeah, our sales have not been this bad for a very long time, but that is primarily due to the fact that I have not been listing, focusing on other things. And this week, today and yesterday, I've just been feeling overwhelmed with everything. It happens, right? Life, it can be stressful. We've just had a guy come around to quote for removals. We haven't had the quote yet. It was quite funny because he came in to look around and assess how much stuff we've got, and, you know, to work out his quote. And he says, "I watch you guys on YouTube." So that was quite interesting. If you are watching, Kevin, lovely to meet you. So yeah, I thought I would just have a bit of a chat, give you an update on where we're at with the move and with the app quickly. But I am feeling like my head is full. I'm struggling to cope with things right now, and that's life. So anyway, I'm going to put you in a tripod and we'll have a little catch up, bit of a chat. So quickly, I want to give a shout out to Steph. I've just done today's packaging. It wasn't a great deal going out, but I have packaged all of that up and I want to get that in the post today because I want to get ahead of myself. Normally I would be packaging tomorrow, but we have 2 more strike days coming up, remember? Thursday and Friday. So if you're using Royal Mail, be aware of that. Now, thinking back to the previous strike that I made a video about, touch wood, we don't seem to have had any issues, any repercussions from that so far. We've not had any messages from irate customers saying, "Where's my stuff?" or any dings for stuff arriving late so far. So we seem to have got through the first strike okay, but we have 2 days coming up, Thursday and Friday. So yeah, I'm going to get today's stuff in the post today, get it off, get it moving. But yes, Steph bought the last 2 of the little Power Rangers little cylinder cartridge Energem thingies. So they are off to Steph, who sent a lovely little message on eBay, so thank you very much for that. So quick update on app and move. App, we are still working hard to get that out as soon as possible. My current task is so much fun. I'm doing all the terms and conditions, all the legal speak, and there are pages and pages and pages of it, thousands upon thousands of words. You know, when you tick a little box to say I agree to the terms and conditions, it's the stuff that you're meant to go through and read that nobody ever does. It's that stuff, and we need to get that right. That all has to be in place. So that's what I'm going to be doing for most of today, I think. Adding to my layers of stress. Move wise, we are still gearing up to move at the end of this month. We have had correspondence with solicitors and agents, and everybody is lining up to exchange complete and move on the same day at the end of September. So that is feeling very imminent now. It's like 3 or so weeks away. Yeah, that's happening. But let's talk about stuff, because we've just had the removals guy in. He's been looking at stuff and we are feeling very conscious that we have to move it all. We don't actually have a great deal left. As far as listed stock, my listed stock is incredibly thin. There's not much bulk left. I would like to move these big speakers, but yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. But there's not a great deal in there. Unlisted stock of mine, very little left. I have put a few bits and bobs on these shelves, but there's not much at all left. And then Andrea's stuff, all the breakables, all of this is listed. We have sold through quite a bit of it. A lot of these shelves are looking a lot thinner. So all of that is listed. I think all of this is listed as well. So unlisted stock really is just here. And there's not a great deal in there. And in here. But we only have 3 weeks, so let's be honest, most of that is coming with us, and that's fine. We have elected to do all the packing ourselves, so we are paying a removals firm to move it all into a van, take it up to Norfolk and unpack it and put it in the house. But we are doing all the packaging. We feel we'd rather be in control of that, particularly with this sort of stuff, very breakable, fragile things. Yeah, so I'm feeling good about it. You know, it's still kind of overwhelming. We think we have enough boxes and crates now. Various people have given us boxes and crates and all sorts of useful stuff. So that feels like we've got that under control. Gary popped around with a load of void fill, which I've put up here, as you can see, for when we have to package all of this stuff up. I do need to list these. I picked up one of these at the weekend, these baby carriers. I might get that listed today actually, get that out of the house. Hopefully it will sell quick. And I picked up one the weekend before, maybe 2 weeks before that. Haven't listed this one either. They're both worth, I don't know, I think one's about 40 and the other maybe 50. So it'd be good to get those moved as well. So on Sunday on our live, I did mention towards the end that YouTube output may suffer over the next few weeks while we have an awful lot going on with app and move. And I struggle when I feel like my head is full of stuff to focus on things. I have a lot of videos I want to make, you know, videos that are planned and ready to go, but it's finding the headspace and the time and the inclination to make the video and then to edit the video and do everything else around it to make it happen. So I'm going to try and take that pressure off myself. So if videos are lacking over the next, well, throughout September, you can understand why, hopefully. But having taken that pressure off, like this video I'm making now, I hadn't planned, but I felt like I had a lot of things to just blur, update, talk about. So I just put the camera on and here is a video. So maybe taking that pressure off will mean I'm more relaxed about making the videos and they happen. Who knows? Another thing we've been talking about maybe doing is another auction here on this channel. A month or two back we sold off a lot of our stock on an auction and that went really well. So we've been looking through, as I've just showed you, we don't have a great deal of stuff left. But we are, yeah, we're kind of thinking about the idea of maybe doing another auction. There may be just individual items, so they'll be sold to the end user, you know, not so much stock to resell necessarily. There may be some stuff like that, but I'm not sure. So that we're thinking about. We only have 3 weeks till we move, so we need to think about it quickly. So yeah, let me know if you'd be interested in that, if you're keen for us to do another auction. We could certainly do that before we move. So that's been talked about a bit as well. So there you go, a bit of a sprawling, rambling update. I just wanted to talk a little bit about feeling overwhelmed. I don't cope with stress. And I also find it very hard to talk about that sort of stuff, the realities of that. I have deleted so many of these clips when I've started talking about how I'm struggling to cope with everything that's going on. I find it difficult to be open and honest when things aren't going. It's not that things aren't going well, but I just, yeah, I'm feeling very overwhelmed with everything. But that's how things are. I think we all have a point where our head fills up and stress can take hold. And as I just said, I don't cope with stress very well. That's a big reason why I work for myself and I control what I do. But with the app nearing completion and the move coming very soon, it's a lot to deal with. But yeah, as I said, I've recorded many of these clips many times and deleted them because I don't want to sound like I'm just whinging on. But I do want it to be realistic and reflect what is happening. And that's where we're at. So I will endeavour to keep some content coming out, but I don't know what shape or form that will be in as we hurtle through September to the moving date. We do have a live coming on Thursday, my regular late and live with Pete and Derek, and we do have a guest on this Thursday, and it should be a very interesting one. So if you're around Thursday late, so 9:30, please join me for that, and I'll see you there. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.